Alright, so we use the cuticle pusher to push back the cuticles. I think she's done this mostly already, so shouldn't have to do too much. Might need to spend a little more time on that hand. We'll just do a couple of wraps for the video so you can see how it works. We won't video the entire process of the whole hand. So you have all these different sizes, and you want to size which one goes to which finger. I think that one fits that little finger pretty well. And sometimes you'll have one that you just never use because it doesn't fit any fingers. Like this one, it looks like she may actually go up to there. That one. So you size them out and figure out which one you're going to need to go where. And she has little squarish ends on hers just like I do. So I'll end up trimming that one just a little bit to make it flat so it fits right up against the back. So we cut. We want to cut it so it's about the same length. So I'm just going to cut a little piece out of this. Some people, they just lift it off. I think I'm just going to cut it around right now this time. You can do it either way. You can lift and cut, or cut the little bit off. And I wanted that out of the way so I could see how long it is. So you want it about that long, right there. It's better to have a little left over than not enough, because otherwise it won't go all the way to the end of the nail. Oh, we forgot an important part. We need to file the nail a little bit so that it's the right shape. So that's why I wanted the plastic there so I could set it down. Once you take it off, you can't. It has to go straight onto the nail. So that's what we needed this for, wasn't it? Because you don't want to put your rubber thing in front of the heater. So now we turn the little heater on. I don't know if the camera can even hear that. It's pretty quiet. Maybe it can. So you don't want to touch the sticky on the back of the nail. So that's what the back of it looks like. It's kind of silvery. And that's the front that we're putting on our nail. So we put it in front of the heater for about 4 or 5 seconds. When it starts to curl, it's curling right now. It's already ready. And you just lay it on there, right at the back of the nail. And then you press it down very carefully. It fits all the way around. You do not want it to touch the skin at all. It's better to have it a little too short than a little too long, because it has to get a good seal. And I did cut this a little bit too long, so it just means we'll get less. We might get less than 3 manicures out of that strip. Is what it means, but that's okay. It might work. And so then we need her to put her fingernail in front of it, and that helps seal it down a little. Is it too hot? A little bit warm? Okay. And then you mash it, and you just get a really good seal and pushing.
Not as bad as the hairdryer.
And the hairdryer was hotter, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just mash it down really good. And then you trim it off with the scissors. And this is probably easier for someone to do on themselves because they can feel where their nail is. And I have to look and see where the nail is. We did this before. We just used regular nail clippers. We're trying out the new Jamberry nail scissors today, so I'm not quite as skilled with scissors as I am with clippers. You could use both. We've used both. And just trim it and put it in front of the heat one more time. Dragging her hand across the table. Drag, drag. It's like it's hot, and you get just a little bit of seal on the end. So you push it down with the orange stick. That's what this is called. This is called an orange stick. It looks white. I don't know why they call it an orange stick. Maybe it's made out of orange wood. And then they take this, and they say to hold it at a 90-degree angle to get the last of the very edge off, like that. Ta-da! It's done. You can touch it. It's completely sealed. There's no smearing like with paint, nothing. All done. Okay, so we're going to do the next nail, and that one really is right about the right size, and we're going to do it the other way where we just peel it back and cut it, and this is how I see most people doing it. Maybe we might do it this way, or we might have trouble with it. And stick it on there and heat it up until it curls. It curls really fast. You want it completely warm, and then you lay it down on the fingernail. Try very hard to get it straight. So you push back and go forward. I think it's touching her skin a little bit there. I'm probably going to have to trim a little of that off. I can't slide it. It's sliding a little bit there. There we go. That's working. And mash it down. Getting quite a lot of shadows there, trying to work on this. Hopefully you can see it in the videos. So there's little bubbles under there. You want to get all those little bubbles out. I can see it. Let's go ahead and heat it up and see if I can get those bubbles out. You don't want the bubbles. Can you turn your finger like that? Yeah, that's better. So it gets hot enough. And then, without burning you, then you mash the little bubbles out with the stick, the orange stick. And this is only the second time we've ever put them on. It's really super easy. And I just learned from watching videos, so I didn't have anybody teach me other than a video, so I'm confident you can learn from watching videos too. And so that's it, and then we trim it off. Here, I don't want to break your finger off. Just trim it right up to where the natural nail is. And file it down. Go ahead and put it under the heat again so we can mash that down a little bit. Looks like it's lifting a tiny bit on the end. And I saw this one video that says to use a Ziploc bag, like a piece of plastic, such as a Ziploc bag, plastic sandwich bag, and that helps seal the ends. I haven't done that method, but there's a video showing how to do it on my YouTube. Or somebody else does that. If you have a problem with the tips lifting, that baggy method is supposed to solve the tips lifting. And I've heard of people, they reheat it if they start to have problems. You just heat it again and mash it down, and that solves it. And I think her second nail is done. And it's all done. There's no waiting, so you can just touch it. She can go out, play ball or whatever she wants to do. And it's not going to smear like paint would. It's completely done. So we're going to go ahead and finish up the rest of her nails now and make her pretty.